So there are some things that people in the opposition do not know that I know because I've worked in the army for almost 2 years. That was 2005, 2006. And I got privy to understand how the people in the intelligence work, how the people in the army work. Why am I giving you this information? I recall some years ago, I think in 2021, Opposition was under fire for saying that the former spokesperson for MDC, Mr. James Maridad, who used to be a ZABC anchor, was a planted guy into the MDC. And this concurs with what Ibbo Mandaza is saying, that what the opposition does not know is there are some people that are planted inside, and there are some people that voluntarily give you information. But it's not like these people, they are for you. They'll give you information that you need so that that information is going to be a decoy or to derail your struggle. For your own information, did you know that the driver from Morgan Tsvangirayi from 2000 to 2002 was a guy who was working at the Presidential Guard, but he was working as a driver for Morgan Tsvangirayi, which means that all the plannings that they were doing inside the car when they were driving Morgan Tsvangirayi, he would know where he was, how he was moving, and everything. These guys would know. So our opposition is falling trap to all this, and that confirms what I'm trying to say in this video, where Morgan Tsvangirayi allegedly ran away in 2008 after, but had Morgan Tsvangirayi stood his ground and stayed inside the country, or say, let's go into the streets and demand results, something was going to give. Mugabe was saying, I'm ready to concede defeat with 73% win of Morgan Tsvangirayi. That was going to mean that he was going to be the president. But anyway, let's dive into the video by Ibbo Mandaza. As I said, I'm still going to give you other parts of the video as we dive into that. But stay tuned as we talk about this. Let us watch what Ibbo Mandaza said here.
Mugabe was sworn in at midnight before boarding a plane with Mbeki to Sharm el-Sheikh. Ambassador, I forgot to mention that. Yes? I'm not talking about it was contrived, but clearly there was a definite plan to keep Mugabe in office. And it's no secret that I had Thabo speaking the other day, saying the Zimbabwean people came together to form the GNU. It's only half true. Morgan Tsvangirayi was literally regimented into the GNU. That's a fact. Even though he was partly to blame because he ran away from victory. If he had stuck and not run away to Botswana, he would have been president in June 2008. But he ran away. This fear of death among the opposition in Zimbabwe is sickening. You know, I remember seeing Morgan Tsvangirayi the day after the election when he had clearly won, and we knew he had won. And we had called a meeting to confront the SADC observer mission led by Angola at that time. And Morgan could not be found. Morgan had run away to the South African embassy. Imagine. So we had to phone the ambassador, very close friend of ours, Makalima, and Makalima made Morgan available for the meeting. I took Morgan through Rainbow Towers, through the back entrance, and after the first flight of stairs, he stopped. He says, Ibbo, aren't you scared? Scared of what? Of being killed. I said, Morgan, are you scared to be killed? Huh? I took his hand and I ran up with him. I said, we got to the meeting and he fell asleep in the meeting. And the next morning I was off to Botswana. I had to come here to fetch BT. BT also ran away to Cape Town. So the whole opposition ran away to run away from victory. There's a problem with that opposition movement you're talking about. Serious problem of leadership. And therefore, to reference the last election.
So this comes to tell you that what perpetuates this fear or what causes people to then get afraid is because they'll be receiving information They are coming to kill you. So and so, I've received this information. They are saying you are supposed to run away. So in the end, you find that the opposition is hamstrung in such a way that they cannot act. That's the reason why you are seeing there is no action right now. There is no plan, because somebody is keeping them, is telling them, okay, do this. And they go ahead and tell the bosses, guys, we've told them, don't do this. And they have obeyed. They are doing it. So in the end, you are having a compromised opposition in the sense that they do not know where their information is coming from. They do not have the apparatus of intelligence of being able to perceive whether the people that are coming to them are vetted or not. Let me give you a number of examples. Obed Gutu, he was the spokesperson for MDC. You look at Douglas Munzora. You look at the likes of Matutu. You look at the likes of Tim Vias. You look at the likes of James Maridadi. And all these people, do you think that having all the minutes of everything that is happening, don't they have just a little time where they are alone and they relay that information to the bosses inside ZANU PF or the intelligence guys inside ZANU PF, and then they relay that information to the boss to say, okay, we have told them do this, we have put our guns to say, let's do this. And that happens. Imagine for almost a year, Monzora was planning to make sure that they dissolve the MDC. They make sure the MDC become defunct, and then all that information was not there for the guys in MDC. They could have chased Monzora before he could go to the Supreme Court. So I'm just giving you this information that Morgan Tsvangirayi was partly to blame, Idi Mnangagwa was partly to blame. But the bigger picture of things is that the MDC or the opposition, they do not know who gives them information. In the end of the day, they act impulsively and endangering either the people's lives, or they run away from victory, or they make irrational decisions that will end up costing them. So these are some of the things that are being reviewed by Ibbo Mandaza.
Chamisa was confronted by his colleagues and said, look, let's pull out of the election now. It's no use. And he refused. I've also been told that some of the leaders said, look, let's go on the streets. And he refused. So, we have a problem. People are scared to die. So, if you're a leader scared to die, then there's something wrong with you, to put it very humbly.